Hey guys, it's Alex here, and it's so good to see all of you guys again. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope that at the end of this video you'll hit the subscribe button and check back for new content in the future. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the Nikon D5600, which is the camera that I'm currently shooting on, and it's the camera that I use for all of my photography and videography work. Unfortunately, I can't use the Nikon D3400 right now because it doesn't have a microphone jack, and that's the camera I did a review on last. I'll put a link in the description down below if you want to check that video out for a good beginner camera. Like I said, I'm doing a review today on the Nikon D5600, which is an amazing camera. I love this camera so much, and it's been so good for me. This was the second camera I purchased after I bought the Nikon D3400 because the 3400 just didn't have everything that I was looking for and I wasn't fully satisfied. So I'll start off by saying that the Nikon D5600 is such a lightweight camera. It's so comfortable to hold, and in my opinion it almost feels like it's a slight bit smaller in my hand compared to the Nikon D3400. Another great thing about the 5600 is it has a very large touchscreen that is also an oscillating screen, so I can turn the screen around and have it face me while I'm recording, which is so nice because if I need to, I can glance over and make sure that my shot is in focus. If I need to, I can touch the screen and put that subject back into focus. The menu is also easy to access through the touch screen. I can just touch the screen, get to what I need to if I need to change a setting like the ISO, and then quickly get back to the screen. Another great thing about the screen is it's perfect for vlogging. Because I can turn the screen and face it towards me, I can see myself, and it just makes things a lot easier. And if I want to get a shot and take a picture of something at kind of a weird angle, I can flip that screen out and I can hold the camera down low and look down at my screen and be able to see and make sure that my shot is in focus and everything looks good. Another thing about this camera that I love is that I can customize some of the buttons, and the menu is so easy to use. I can go in, if there's a button that I don't like, the function that it has, I can change it to something I'm going to use more. So if a button, let's say, controls the ISO, but I don't like where it's positioned, I can change the control of the ISO to another button that's a little bit easier to reach and is going to be easier to use. So that's another cool thing that this camera has that the Nikon D3400 does not. Another thing that the 5600 has that the 3400 also has is the use of SnapBridge. So if you're not familiar, Nikon has an app called SnapBridge, and what it does is you can sync your camera to your phone using this app, and you can upload all your photos from your camera to your phone and then directly upload your pictures to social media. And nowadays, with everybody being so involved in social media and wanting to show their pictures to all their friends and followers, this is a great way to get good quality pictures on your camera and then upload them directly to social media if you don't have time to download them on your computer at home and edit them and put them up on social media for all your friends to see. This camera also has good quality 1080p video at 60 frames. One thing that Nikon really hasn't caught up on yet is being able to have good quality video with the ability of the camera to hold a good focus. Canon and Sony seem to do better with this, but the Nikon cameras still do really good video. I used the Nikon D5600 to shoot a wedding about a month ago, and the camera did a great job. And it was easy when I did need to put my shot back into focus. I could just use the touchscreen, touch where my subject was, and it focused right back to the shot. The Nikon D5600 does have a microphone jack, which is one of the main reasons why I bought this camera. I bought the Nikon D3400 thinking it had a microphone jack like the 3300, and it turns out it didn't. And that was one of the biggest things that I wanted my camera to have, was the microphone jack. And then it was just a double plus when I got the 5600 with the microphone jack and it had the oscillating touchscreen. So it's just a perfect camera for vlogging and creating videos such as this one. Another really good thing about the Nikon D5600 that the 3400 doesn't have is the ability to go into the menu and you can set up a time-lapse video. So what you'll do is you'll put your camera on a tripod, get your shot in focus, you will make sure that all your settings are correct for proper exposure, you'll go into the menu, set the interval and all the other settings for the time-lapse, you'll hit the start button and the camera will just start doing its thing. And after the time is up that you set for the time-lapse, then the camera will automatically put all those pictures into a video file, and as soon as it's finished, you have a time-lapse. You can hit the play button and watch your time-lapse. Now, this is kind of the quick, down and dirty version. If you don't have a lot of time and you really want to capture that time-lapse, this is a great way to do it. But I think that there's other ways of creating a time-lapse that are going to be a little bit better quality. But if you don't have the time, this is a great option, and I think that this was a very good option to include with this camera. Now, what I will say is that this camera has a terrible battery life. This is probably my only complaint with this camera, is the battery life. Compared to the Nikon D3400, I'll go out with this camera and I'll have maybe been shooting for 2 to 3 hours and I already have a low battery. And it's so frustrating because if you don't have multiple batteries, you're out of luck. So that's my biggest and only complaint with this camera, is the battery life. Now, what I did to fix that for myself in the meantime was I bought a battery grip, which basically it holds 2 batteries, it doubles the battery life. I just insert it into the camera. It's got a little cord that comes with it that plugs into the camera if you want to use the button for portraits, and it seems to be working really well. And I'll do a review video on the battery grip if you're interested, and I'll also put a link where you can purchase the battery grip, and it's not too expensive, so I think that it was worth the purchase to get the battery grip. Overall, I think that the Nikon D5600 is a great camera. It's a good beginner camera, and it's a good camera if you are planning on doing any kind of video work. You can hook a microphone up to the camera, and it has the oscillating touchscreen like I talked about, and it's just perfect for if you're a vlogger or you plan on doing reviews and videos such as this, or if you're gonna try and be a full-time YouTuber. So I hope that you like this video, and you will hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you guys next time.